This is the new Cupra Tavascan, a fully electric coupe SUV set to rival the Tesla Model Y. In this video, we're telling you 10 things you need to know about it. But first, if you want to see lots more new car reveals and reviews, subscribe to our channel and go to whatcar.com for a great deal on your next car. So, Cupra is a standalone brand which started life as an offshoot from Spanish manufacturer Seat. While things don't look quite so rosy for Seat right now, Cupra has gone from strength to strength since its launch a few years ago, and it might even end up outlasting the Seat brand itself. The success started with the Cupra Ateca, a performance-focused version of the Seat Ateca SUV, before Cupra flexed its electrification muscles by releasing the Cupra Formentor, which included a plug-in hybrid version. But it was arguably the arrival of the fully electric Cupra Born which really announced the Spanish brand as a serious new force in the car world. The Born was essentially a VW ID.3, but better, and continues to be an incredibly impressive small electric car. Which is why expectations are high for the Spanish brand's second fully electric car. It's the Cupra Tavascan, and it's a coupe SUV based on the 2019 concept car of the same name. While the production version is slightly less radical, it still bears strong resemblance to the concept inspiration. It has a sharp, hammerhead-style angular front end with a large grille and distinctive 3-triangle light signature, joined by a raked roofline and boot-width rear light bar, and it sits on 21-inch alloys. It also, weirdly and probably annoyingly, doesn't have a rear windscreen wiper. In the same way the Born is a Cupra version of the ID.3, the Tavascan will be a Cupra spin on the VW ID.5. So, as well as the ID.5, the Tavascan will be up against other coupe SUVs like the Audi Q4 e-tron Sportback, the Skoda Enyaq Coupe and the Volvo C40, which we already know are all very good. And this seems to be a popular corner of the market because there's a few more new coupe SUV competitors on the way as well, in the shape of the Polestar 4 and Smart #3. Of course, it won't only be up against coupe SUVs because potential buyers will see this as an alternative to regular electric SUVs as well, like the Genesis GV60 and Tesla Model Y. If you want to see our full rundown of the top 10 very best electric SUVs you can buy right now, then click on the link at the top of the screen. The interior of the Tavascan looks quite different to what you'd find inside the ID.5. There's gold trim, flecked lighting, and a floating centre spine that's said to mirror the car's front end. There's a Sennheiser speaker system available, and it also comes equipped with the same 15-inch infotainment screen that you find in the recently revealed VW ID.7. This will hopefully be a step forwards from the fairly glitchy software the Born gets for its infotainment system. The Tavascan does share the same 5.3-inch digital driver display as the smaller Born. Voice control is available, as are wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay smartphone mirroring. Buttons on the steering wheel allow you to switch between driving modes to save battery range or maximise performance, or choose your personalised Cupra mode. While these are big, circular, physical buttons, unfortunately, it looks as though they are joined by the fiddly and difficult-to-use touch-sensitive buttons on the steering wheel, which we've spent plenty of time getting frustrated with in the ID.5 and the Born and some other products as well. In terms of other tech, with the Tavascan, you'll get some driver assistance features which allow it to control its own speed and position on the motorway, and it will be able to change lanes for you as well. There is also remote parking controlled with a smartphone app and an emergency assistance feature which will bring the car to a halt if the driver becomes unresponsive. The distance between the front and rear wheels is the same as the ID.5 on which the Tavascan is based. And with a similar sloping roofline, it should mean that rear seat space is pretty much identical to what you'll get in the back of the VW. That means, given its size, it's actually not as incredibly spacious in the rear seats as you'd hope, particularly when it comes to headroom. The boot is more impressive though. The Tavascan offers 540 litres of storage, which is 9 litres down on what the ID.5 gets. That should mean it's still a practical space that's pretty decent compared to its rivals. There will be two versions of the Tavascan available at launch, both fitted with a 77 kWh battery, which is the same one you get in the ID.5. The entry-level car will have one electric motor driving the rear wheels and an official range of 341 miles from a full charge. That's around 15 miles more than the ID.5 can officially manage, and much further than the Volvo C40 Recharge. It's also even further than what the Tesla Model Y offers. The more powerful Tavascan VZ has a shorter range at 321 miles. The VZ has two electric motors, making it four-wheel drive, producing 335 brake horsepower and 501 pounds-foot of torque. A 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 5.6 seconds is expected, making it properly rapid for a big SUV, if not quite as crazily quick as the most powerful versions of the Model Y. The less powerful entry-level Tavascan gets 282 brake horsepower. Compared to equivalent versions of the ID.5, this then is clearly being angled as a slightly more sporty choice. Full pricing and specification is yet to be confirmed, but we understand the Tavascan will likely have a starting price of around £55,000. That means it will sit at the top of the Cupra range and command a hefty premium over its ID.5 and C40 rivals. That would also make it around £10,000 more than an entry-level Model Y. So it definitely won't be a cheap electric car. But it looks like it has a good range, quick performance, a big boot and a flash interior. So will it be worth the money? Well, here's a word of warning. The Cupra Born is so good because it's based on the already excellent ID.3. To find out how good they both are, click on the link to watch our full comparison review. But Cupra will have its work cut out to make a fantastic car which is based on the ID.5. Because while the ID.3 is great, the bigger and costlier ID.5 doesn't ride particularly well, isn't that great inside, and is incredibly expensive. Still, maybe once Cupra's work is done, the changes will be extensive enough to make the Tavascan comfortably better than the pretty poor electric car which it's based on. So the Tavascan will be going on sale in spring 2024, and we're set to see some more new models from Cupra soon. That includes the upcoming Terramar hybrid SUV. We don't have a full rundown on all the official details yet, but it's said to be the brand's final fuel-powered car. There will also be a new entry-level electric car from Cupra, which was first revealed as a concept car with the name Urban Rebel. But it's recently been confirmed that the production version of this car will be called the Cupra Raval. And if you're wondering where these names come from, well, Tavascan is a village in Catalonia, Terramar takes its name from a famous old racing circuit near Barcelona, and Raval is taken from the El Raval area of Barcelona. In the same way, El Born in Barcelona inspired the Cupra Born name. So that is everything we know about the Cupra Tavascan, a new fully electric coupe SUV with some impressive specs to take on a huge number of impressive rivals. Tell us what you think of the car in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel to make sure you see our full review as soon as we've driven it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to head to whatcar.com for a great deal on your next car.